Welcome to Menu X's new chapter. 60 minutes a secret ingredient and 3 steps this time for a New Year's feast. Today with a super special guest, cook, pastry chef and Queen of Anafe, Mika Najmanovic.
Hello Queen, thank you for coming. Pleasure to be here, thanks for the invite.
We are ready to receive our secret ingredient of the day, Tada Mysteries. We already feel a particular circumference. Honors guest, don't get drunk, just wet your lips.
Like Samelia.
Yes, exactly. Let's see, how many years in the barrel? 0.
Well guys, it's vodka and we're going to prepare a spectacular menu for you to honor this noble drink. We're thinking about what to do with this vodka that has been presented to us. I find dessert just as easy. I like it then, fantastic.
Like a cake soaked in little drunkard and cream and fruit. How do you see yourself in time with that? In an hour. Great. That's why she's a queen. I'm trapped. Excellent then. Let's start backwards today. We think of dessert first.
Yes, it has to be quick. It's a sponge cake that takes 8 minutes to cook.
Oh, how nice. And it ends up round like I'm doing it, more or less.
We can make it like a sponge cake, or we're going to use a sponge cake base.
I love the idea of another shape. It can be either of the two. This is soaked with vodka and we can add something to it. Pil, essence of pil.
Essence, a syrup of vodka and spices. How delicious. You're a genius, so good. And with a cream, you had Seta cream and a bit of strawberry and cherries. Cream and fruits, I love it.
For me, cherries on New Year's.
Anyway, we can do it like this. Well decorated, very New Year's vintage aesthetic.
A vodka pasta. We can think about it, as we said, with lots of fresh little things.
It can also have fresh tomato. Definitely. Cilantro, herbs, tomato, I adore them. Little onion. And if we make bloimery with little potatoes. Ah, I love it.
We can pimp some little potatoes, yes. Like the ones that come in a package, but we elevate them with stuff. We add lemon juice, we add a lot of herbs and put them in the oven so they soak up well.
What, Joey, what do you have? Dried chives that smell like Pringles, sour cream and onion. We make our own Pringles, cake Pringles.
Our own chips. We're going to need Faku's assistance.
How's it going? Is everything okay?
Today we have some very fun things for you to buy.
Yes, I really want to go to this end of year dinner.
You're invited and it's gonna be a blast. We guarantee it'll be fantastic. We need your purchase.
Give me...
Cherries, since they're in season, should be relatively easy to get. Then we begin with a few more precise things. Worcestershire sauce, then Tabasco, and then ice. The classic New Year's when they call you and tell you to bring ice.
I don't think I'll make it to dessert at this dinner. At the end of the year.
Barbara, bye. Bye. We're going to start with the preparation of this menu in 3, 2, 1, let's cook. You'll begin with the sponge cake, correct?
Yes, right now. Perfect. The oven is on, and I think I'm going to start with the sauce, so it's ready, and I'm even going to start boiling water for the noodles.
Well, I'm gonna make a jelly roll because it's a quick dough that cooks quickly, and we have 60 minutes. I didn't know that the jelly roll...
Creating a jelly roll is quite simple.
It's very easy, and the thing is that you have to cook it quickly and remove it from the heat quickly so it doesn't dry out and remains elastic so you can roll it up as well.
Great, I love it.
The key to sponge cake is to act swiftly and vigorously.
Well, for this case, it's absolutely perfect.
We're ready. I'm receiving a call from the boy Facundo. Hello?
Hello, how are you doing?
What's up? How's it going? I don't want to end up like Martin Peppa with tons of lettuce. So how many cherries should I get? 1/4 kilo, 250 grams. Great, that's all. How's the rest going?
Very bad. Great, I have faith in you.
I have to make the tyrant. What I'm doing now is putting a little bit of oil in a pan and a small chopped onion. There's no need to get fancy with the onion cut. It can be like this.
In Spanglish. And we're gonna saute it a little bit. It doesn't need to be golden, just until it's kind of translucent. At that point, we're good. And this is gonna be like the beginning and the base of our vodka sauce, which is very tasty. You can also measure the vodka sauce. After the spice, you'll see how we add it. I love it, I've never made it, and I always wanted to. It's a great sauce to have in the roster. What I like is that sometimes when you're going to eat pasta, you say,
oh, what do I want today? Like tomato or creamy type? Yes.
And this is kind of like both.
Indeed, therefore you needn't decide.
And the truth is, there's nothing better than a good pasta with pink sauce.
The pink sauce is so delicious.
The pink sauce is so good. There's a reason the pink sauce is legendary.
Well, whoa, stop.
Soy sauce.
Hatchet?
Olive oil, I can't believe it. It can't be that hard. Let's see.
I have my eggs with sugar that I'm going to beat in a bain-marie to make them more stable, have more body, and when I incorporate the dry ingredients, the air doesn't escape. I'm going to prepare my tray to have everything ready so I don't take any time and also don't give it time to collapse. Very well, we're already 10 minutes in.
How do you feel about the situation of having the time running to cook?
Acting ignorant, perfect. I believe that's the strategy I'll use.
It's the best strategy, very new. Butter and parchment paper. Butter and parchment paper double.
I like it, Rebel. Generally, when you cut vertically, it comes out perfect.
Look how good, very nice.
Great. I often tell the boys at my restaurant a well-known phrase of mine, invest in securities.
I like to have certain bases of tranquility already.
Above all, buy yourself securities.
Very important for the kitchen.
And do you sometimes find yourself cooking and doing something that's not quite right? For example, I don't know, like right now, if I didn't put parchment paper, let's say.
I'm unsure. I'll decide later. Even as I do it, I know it's incorrect.
Yes, then he wants to kill you.
But still, I keep going with the idea that it still needs to be done.
Here I have chili flakes, which would be the same as using ground chili. It's some kind of spicy and oregano, which goes very well with this sauce. I'm about to open a tomato paste can. Hey, really good!
Got vanilla essence? Yes, sure.
If unavoidable, use this to increase the heat. So here we have eggs, sugar, vanilla essence, a water bath, beating.
It has to reach a temperature of about 38 degrees, and I'm going to measure it with my body temperature, which is 37. Perfect.
So when I feel it a little warm, it means it's at 38. Well, when we have the onion like this, kind of translucent, I'm going to add all our seasonings. Tomato extract, chili flakes, ground guaji, oregano.
Well, these are my eggs.
What? I mean, allow yourself to observe the level of air this has, because it's not just any level of air, it's a lot of air.
It's a lot of air. Well, what it says, what the bain-marie will give me is that now when I incorporate dry ingredients, it collapses a little.
And you see that here, this has formed into a nice paste. What we are waiting for is for the tomato extract to change color. The raw tomato extract is acidic because the tomato has that natural acidity. So what I want here is for it to turn a more coppery color, a darker red, and there when it changes color is when we are going to add the star of this Christmas menu, which I also realize is vegetarian, which I love.
A festive New Year's Christmas menu, vegetarian, and it's quite Christmassy because the colours of the tomato and the reds are very elusive to the festivities. So let's see who copies us and sends this menu, which besides, if we can do it in an hour, you can also do it in an hour, guys. You don't even have to think about it so much. And now that I have this tomato already golden with a nice colour comes the vodka. Vodka is a bit by eye until it covers the onion and the tomato. And the important thing when we use an alcohol like this is to give it time to evaporate the alcoholic part. It's very easy to do because it's when that strong smell of vodka stops coming out, we know that. So there you see that the vodka is being incorporated into this sauce, and we're going to give it those minutes to evaporate well. Now here there's a smell of graduation party, it's inevitable, and in a little while there will be more of an Italian type smell, and then when we add the next step that we're going to put in instead of cream so it's not so heavy, and then it can come out natural yogurt, which works very well, which is very tasty. I love yogurt in savory dishes.
Hello, one question. Do you have Tabasco sauce? Is that the same thing? Like Tabasco? Hot chili sauce like Tabasco.
I'm about to bake it. I didn't spread it to the edges to maintain some thickness, and it holds up. So in the end, if I want, I can cut the edges. Done. Bye.
So I'm going to make the filling very well. I'm going to put cream and cream cheese, a little bit for acidity because I like the need. Always enter the videos. And here you are sifting the icing sugar because it has those balls that are impossible to break after that. When you hit it with the mixer, it's hard for them to come out. We want a smooth, smooth cream. Here there is no longer a smell of poplar and there is a smell of Italy. So we're going to put natural yogurt for you. I put lemon zest on it. I'm a big fan of both lemon and orange. Summer in a word. How did you put it together? I mean, how did you think about the recipes? Stoves are all things you thought about before, and when the time came, you took it out of your belt or you thought about it, especially since stoves are my only one.
Restaurant so far. He left the door open. He left the door open badly. All my ideas go to Nafia. I don't leave them for anything else.
And here I already have the pot of extract, onion, oregano, and spicy, and I'm going to add the natural yogurt, and once it has the natural yogurt, see that I turned off the fire because I don't want the yogurt to get too hot.
It's a quick touch, then it will heat up again when the pasta is added.
This is probably the most cliche trick of all, but I can't stop saying it.
that when you're making noodles and you're going to put them in a pasta, save a little bit of that noodle water. Because it's going to make a big difference. It's going to change your pasta dish a lot. You need that water so the noodles soak up well. So it's not like when you lift a noodle and it has none of the delicious sauce you made. It's pointless if you don't add a little bit of pasta water.
Nice! Did I grab it? Now, yes.
We're going to get a little bit of pasta water, and with this I'm going to be fine. And when the noodles are al dente, if the package tells you 8 minutes, well, at 6 you take it out. So then they finish cooking in the sauce and they absorb that flavor. What do you usually eat for New Year's? I don't ask you about Christmas because we are Jewry, so we celebrate Christmas. But for New Year's, lots of things with mayonnaise. I like to say from the mayonnaise team, Russian salad, Vitelton, stuffed egg. I've added the yogurt. Notice its pink sauce-like color. I'm going to try it to see what it needs. It likely needs salt, not added yet. Maybe a little touch of sugar. Maybe a little more oregano. Wow. There's another thing about the pianono, which is that to keep it from drying out, I have to take it out of where it is right now. I added sugar to prevent it sticking to the table.
I love it. Wow.
Oh, I love this. This is so it doesn't run the risk of sticking to the paper.
So that it stops cooking and doesn't have residual heat.
Of course, see how nice it is on the other side, shiny. There it goes, by piano. No, I think this penis is fine. I'm going to turn off the fire. If you have some packet chips and you say, well, I want to show off, I don't want to just serve the chips with two nonsense, you raise them 1,000 points. But the key for the chips to absorb the flavor that you're going to put is that you put them in the oven a bit before, like they become more permeable, right? Like for me, they release the oil a little bit and they catch that flavor that you are going to add, which can be whatever you want. I'm going to add a little bit of onion powder, onion and garlic powder. Well, I'm going to stay here for a little while, and here are like the two main elements of our main dish, the penis that is already ready and the jump. And I'm going to wait a little bit more at the last moment to combine the two and add the pasta water. And then we are going to add like a freshness with all the aromatic herbs that we have. Cilantro and parsley that I'm going to cut into small pieces now, and we're going to make a crunch with something. We will now see if we like hazelnut more, if we like chestnut more, to put it right on top of the noodles. We also have cherry tomatoes, which will add much, along with many strawberries.
No, it's really fresh. I love it.
It's really nice to walk down the street, through the downtown area.
Well, cherries. Oh, so few.
My head was more...
It's fine, my mistake for telling you 250.
But one thinks that 250 is going to be enough for that person.
This is it. For those who buy cherries, buy them like this.
And also, ma'am, Tabasco-style spicy chili sauce.
It works for us. It works and it satisfies us.
Worcestershire sauce. Excellent.
Divine.
I'm glad you managed to get Worcestershire sauce. I didn't know you were going to get it.
Ice.
Well, once again, you've succeeded in everything. Here I am cutting these cherries that are also going to add a touch to our pasta.
When you bite into a cherry, which, by the way, these cherries are beautiful.
Super red, super fresh. It will also give it a freshness. Can this go in the fridge?
Yes, it can go in the fridge, of course. Here, we already have these toppings ready. What do you think, Mika? What do you like more with this topping of cherry tomatoes, parsley, and cilantro? Chestnuts, hazelnuts, almonds?
Chestnuts? The chestnut fell very good because it has something kind of like between moqueca and curry. Well, I'm gonna cut the chestnuts a little bit. Well, I'm going to throw them away. I want to make like a little powder. Oh, how nice. There's a little machine. We have one? Yes. Well, I'm going to play chemist. To the chemist. I'm going to add salt, garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder.
What can I start preparing for our Bloody Mary? I'll give you the recipe. It's Anna Faye's Bloody Mary.
Well, I'm going to start with the Bloody Mary. I just remembered that I have to make the vodka syrup, the syrup, and I'm going to make it with brown sugar.
Oh, what a lovely idea.
It has a slight caramel flavor.
We already have the tomato sauce, and here we thought of how to give it a spicy touch. Spicy New Year's up with a bit of gochujang, which is a spicy paste of Korean origin that you can get on Mercado Libre. You can get it in Chinatown. If you are from here in Buenos Aires, you can get gochujang. It's becoming more and more popular, and it gives a very rich flavor to things. It has a quite particular texture. It's very similar to tomato paste in texture. How does it come? This one comes in a tube, but it also comes in a small jar. And we're going to add a little bit of bacon to the sauce, but just a little. We're not going to go overboard.
Let's open the Worcestershire sauce. And the fries are already out of the oven. I'm going to add my garlic and onion salt.
Let's be practical. Now, I'm assigning you this voice task.
Great. Does it have gochujang, Worcestershire sauce, and etc.?
No, it doesn't have anything. Just the gochujang, huh?
Well, always a bit of salt.
I'm going to add our noodles that are already strained. Here it goes. I'm going to make noise one more time. The reserved pasta water is crucial now, particularly if you drained the noodles earlier. And this, little by little, you will see how it will start to take shape. Texture is important. When you think about a dish, you also give it importance. I have a theory that people don't like certain things because of their texture, not their taste.
I'm gonna add a little bit more of everything. I love excess.
New Year's excess. New Year's excess. Only 12 minutes remain in this kitchen, and the spectacular nature of this New Year's menu is clear. It could be spicy. Well, I'm going to go now.
Plating these videos, I think it's good that it's not a dish. I mean, don't always think of it as so hot, the pasta like boiling. But in this case, we're going to give it the score, with all the elements, with the little tomato, with the herbs, and with the chestnuts. Look how nice it is now, soaking. This fabulous homemade sponge cake that was made.
With the delicious vodka syrup. Yes, maybe I'll also add a bit of natural vodka. I like it, and in the meantime, I'm going to start serving our chips for our...
It's like a very this type of moment of old club, right?
Like the one I did in Mary's vlog with the chips, but I think it couldn't be more perfect for a 31st night. 7 in the evening, you sit down, you start to relax, and while you wait for the guests, you have a Mary's vlog with these chips.
I don't know, what's more luxurious than that?
I don't know what. We're going to prepare Mary's with a good stock of celery, as is tradition, right?
Things for the pibo nono, always leave edges without cream or filling, dulce de leche, whatever. Because it's going to spill out everywhere. It'll resolve itself. Also, we can apply that cream I have in a sleeve.
I love it. I'll put it together for you.
And now the pastry chef has.
The pastry chef must select the tip for her piping bag at the office.
I always wanted to race against time.
Now, I'm going to tell you when we're at 10, 9, 8. Then you'll see if you have fun. Well, I'm going to plate the noodles. I haven't done it. The noodles. Now that I've turned off the fire, I'm going to add the cherries. Oh, this is Disney for me. Sophie's choice. The New Year's vibe is kind of a fountain, isn't it?
Like one wants it to be familiar.
Now we're going to clean this plate and decorate it, and I'm going to start serving the Bloody Mary.
We're gonna make it with a green egg Christmas border. 5 minutes. We're doing very well. I'm very happy and calm.
Oh, when do we have left? We have time to brine it. Let's go, 4 minutes. So it's like you season it with the water, the brine, and also a little bit like you lighten the tomato juice. In texture, again, I understand. It gives it more lightness. I'm going to throw a little more of this since I have time. Very well, we have time. Would you add anything else to the noodles? Olive oil?
A little bit of general olive oil to season our salad. We're also going to add a little bit of lemon zest. What do you think? Obviously, I don't know if there will be another occasion on Menu X where we have finished with 1 minute 48 seconds to spare. A round of applause. What a shine.
This time, in less than 60 minutes, we managed to finish a fabulous New Year's menu here with my luxury guest, Mika, who I'm really very happy and honored to have.
That you came for me. I admire you a lot. I love Anna Faye and I love your style of cooking. So having you here is a pleasure. And now comes the best moment for us, which is to try our fabulous creations. And we are going to go in order as it would be in a Christmas dinner. And we are going to start with this that I think for both of us is perhaps what excites us the most. Because I can dine you this 3 Bloody Marys and a whole package of potatoes made this way.
There's something about the situation of getting to New Year's and being told, take a bloody little potato. I don't know if it's like the ultimate joy in its ultimate special. So cheers, cheers.
The flavor we were looking for turned out exactly right. I'm gonna take the first sip, if anyone could. Bomb. Besides, it goes so well with the potato. Don't ask me why, but the Bloody Mary with potato.
Heaven. One of the best in my career. You see, it suits him well. The brine suits him. It suits him very well. It's true that it reduces the thickness of the tomato sauce, like what gives the impression of drinking tomato juice. And besides, if you've never tried a Bloody Mary, dare to make this Bloody Mary.
From Mika and Stove, it's not as expected, not like drinking gazpacho, but better. On to the Fidi Bullies now.
The bite has to be everything, of course. Yes, a little bit of everything.
Does the end taste bland? It needs salt.
It lacks a bit of salt. Maybe, or otherwise, for whoever wants to do it, when you cut the little tomatoes, you put salt a little while before.
But the fresh herb is very important, and the cashew is very important.
The cashew turned out very well. I think it's a great combination, and I love dishes that are neither hot nor cold. It remains lukewarm, perfect for receiving. No need to stress, you can set it up a bit earlier. And the tomato too, because it gives juice, so it allows you to make a pasta dish in December. And now, the part of the resistance. This is, it directly seems like a joke that you did it in less than an hour. Because she tells me the one that, yes, a piano in an hour, super easy, but she's not so sure about those skills.
It's impressive. I also like how she shows the decoration. I mean, you saw with a sleeve she made cream, some cherries, some split. No. I see that as that perfect spiral. What a luxury. I really like mint. I'm ready to eat the whole pionono.
Whole.
Because that's how light this pionono is. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's perfect for a December night, and I think we're going to finish this whole pionono in this clip.
The small drunk one turned out well. While making it, I decided to oddly fill it with cream.
It requires nothing more. Using mascavo is crucial, I believe.
Because the sugar, more than anything, gives it a caramel-like sweetness that goes very well with the cake and the cream. And the vodka. We did everything with vodka. Please don't forget, all the dishes have vodka, and vodka is the star in all of them.
No, it's great!
See, now we try the potatoes.
Let's go.
The potatoes are amazing, aren't they? At 2.
There's nothing nicer than waiting for people to talk with their mouths full.
Oh, how light, right? Hey, we spent Christmas together, didn't we?
Come on, we have to get together for New Year's and for Christmas. For our meeting at the revamped vodka, we'll begin by sautéing an onion until it turns transparent. To that we're going to add the tomato paste, chili flakes or ground chili and dried oregano, and we're going to cook it until the tomato loses its acidity. We'll see it transition from a deep red to a Bordeaux. We're going to incorporate a good amount of vodka and cook it until the alcohol evaporates. Add natural yogurt, salt, onion and garlic powder to that. Meanwhile, you're going to prepare the pasta you like. We use penne. Always make sure to save some of the cooking water. We'll separately prepare the toppings. Cilantro, cherry tomatoes and finely chopped cashew nuts. Once we have the pasta ready, we're going to integrate it into the sauce by adding the cooking water so that it absorbs well and the fresh tomatoes. Now it's time to plate, garnishing with the cilantro and cashews. We finish with a drizzle of olive oil and grate the lemon. For the sponge cake, we're going to start by beating sugar, eggs and vanilla extract in a double boiler until it reaches 38 degrees and has this airy texture. We're going to sift flour and cornstarch and place this mixture on a well-buttered tray with butter, parchment paper and more butter so the sponge cake doesn't stick. This goes into the oven at 180 degrees for about 20 minutes. We'll prepare the filling next using cream, cream cheese, sifted powdered sugar, and grated lemon and orange zest, or your preferred citrus. Once the sponge cake is done, we'll place it on a sugar-sprinkled counter to prevent sticking, unmold it, and cool it in the fridge. In the meantime, we'll create a vodka syrup with brown sugar and vodka on low heat. This syrup will be spread over the cooled sponge cake. Additional vodka can be added if desired. We fill it, roll it up, and decorate it with cream, cherries, and a little more starch. For this amazing Bloody Mary, we're going to process tomato juice, gochujang, Worcestershire sauce, salt, lemon juice, Tabasco, and vodka. We process it well until it's homogeneous, and we're going to serve it in a glass with lots of ice and finish with a celery stick and brine. To accompany, we're going to put some packaged chips in the oven. We're processing salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and dried chives. After baking the chips, we'll coat them with this seasoning. Then, we plate this excellent appetizer. 1, 2, 3, water. Let's see, thank you.